Well, to find out what's new, let's start at the beginning. And as they say in the movie, it's a very good place to start. And the starting point for us is the startup screen. One of the most obvious changes is this list of project templates. If I go to the application button and click on options, and then file locations, you'll see that we now have a list of templates. We can have up to 5 that display in the startup screen. Each user can reorder them, so they can have their most popular one at the top of the list. This may not seem like a great improvement, but it does mean, especially where you're working with multiple project templates, that you've got access to the ones that you use regularly. The next change is under Families. It's a link to Autodesk Seek. It opens a web browser and takes you directly to the Seek website. Resources have changed slightly as well. We've got links to what's new, to help. We've also got Exchange apps. Again, this opens a web browser, and the web browser takes us to the Autodesk's Apps Exchange. You can download free apps or purchase them. You also have the ability to access the Wiki Help community, so back to the internet. And here's the link to the community, where you can find help and ask people questions. Also new is the Mosaic community. Even more help, access to different products, and tutorial videos. But that's not all. Let's go back up to the application button. The big change here is options. The options dialog box has gone through a big overhaul. We've still got the same items here, we just don't have the tabs across the top. We've got a list down the side. Under File Locations, we can also define our places for specific libraries that we want to use. Rendering settings, spell checking, the steering wheel's view cube, and whether we want macros enabled. Very similar, but in a different box. And finally, before we even get into a project, there's something else that's new. It's the Home tab. Only it's not called the Home tab anymore. It's called Systems. Autodesk are bringing their suite of products closer together. And this interface is the interface for Autodesk Revit, which is part of the Building Design Suite. Autodesk Revit, unlike Revit MEP, has all the tools available from the Revit range of products. So the Home tab has been banished, and we now have Systems, Architecture and Structure in Autodesk Revit. While back in Revit MEP, we have Systems and Architecture. If you do end up with the Building Design Suite, but your primary focus is on Revit MEP, you'll probably find the Systems tab comes second on your first install. You can move these tabs around. If I select the tab, press and hold my Control key, and then drag the tab, I can drag it to another position. So if Architecture is more important, then it can come first. Whilst I think that Systems coming at the front of the queue is much better.